All for the movie times.
Dude, nobody knows what that is today. Come on, dude.
All right, I think I just dated
You
us.
just dated us so hard, dude. I
So-
forgot about that, bro. I forgot about that. Let's go catch a movie at Roosevelt Cinemas, bro. Let's call it in. What do they play? All right, hold up. Dude, I didn't hear it because you were talking. Shut up. Now I gotta fucking hit repeat.
The Eagle has landed.
You're listening to American Slacker Podcast with Matthew Gertz and Jesse Landers.
Welcome back, motherfuckers. It's a new year. It's a new us, American Slacker Podcast. As always, I'm Matt.
And I'm Jesse right alongside him, holding the fuck on into 2020. We made it. We're here.
Oof, we're here, baby. We're here. Despite what's happening, it's getting crazy out there in the world. Resolutions to World War III. What in the fuck is going on?
We're acting like it's, some sort of accomplishment to just ride out the passage of time. But
Yeah, with grace.
I mean, yeah, with grace and style, most importantly. So yeah, we're happy you're listening. We're happy you made it through the new year. Hopefully you had some fun times, partied it up, did all that shit. But we're here to fucking move along.
Hell yeah.
We always like to start out our weird news with a little bit of weed news.
Weed news.
And this time we're going to Illinois. They're having a banner 2020 starting off. They have approved recreational sales of marijuana for January 1st, and they were starting out strong with $3.2 million in sales on the first day.
Woof. That's a lot of weed, a lot of money.
Yeah, seriously. The average sale was about $200, and there were over 77,000 transactions total.
People are buying a lot of weed, man. Average 200, man. That means people are picking up half ounce.
Probably, yeah. I would think like a half would go for like 140, 150, depending on their state taxes and all that.
Yeah.
But there were lines out the door. The article that we got from the ABC7 affiliate in Chicago, they did a little package on it, and they were, talking to people asking, would you rather stand in these lines and pay the taxes or go back to, the black market? And a lot of people were like, it's safer. I'd prefer to do this, which I think is the consensus of most, people.
Yeah, 100%. Plus, you never know what quality you're getting. I mean, on top of the legal issues and shiesty people in general.
And
there's so many things.
As time goes along, I'd assume that most of the lines they'd kind of die down. Like the initial rush on the first day is probably the worst it's going to be in terms of like a wait in line to actually go into a dispensary.
Plus, the dispensary is going to learn how to deal with larger crowds as they go.
Oh, absolutely. It's like any business on the first day. They're going to get that initial rush, and we'll see kind of how it pans out from there. They're going to have another round of applications or that they're accepting in order to get licenses to open dispensaries. So there's probably going to be more dispensaries as well, which would cut down on the amount of time because, people are going to end up finding their favorite place to go as more open.
And hopefully provide a better option. I hate to see monopolies occur once legalization happens, which, is bound to happen. Multiple companies opening under that are the same people, just different names.
Well, yeah, it's like if you only had Starbucks to go to for like coffee in your neighborhood, and didn't have the little chains or the little family run shops and stuff too. You want to have a nice mix of it all so that people have options.
Yep.
The rundown, if you want to know about a little bit more about Illinois laws, you can have less than 30 grams of cannabis and have no penalty. You're not going to get in trouble for having under 30 grams, which is over an ounce.
That's nice. That's so they don't legally get you once you buy an ounce,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sales are still illegal. You can't go opening up your own thing without a license, but you can cultivate. It's 5 plants for a registered medical cannabis patient, or 5 plants or less for personal use. And there's no violation for the medical cannabis, but then it says that there's a violation of $200 if you have 5 or less plants for personal use. So it doesn't look like they have it set up for recreational like home cultivation yet.
Yeah. Well, it'll get there for sure. I'm sure that'll be, the next part to be adapted into the, the marijuana bill or whatever.
As soon as it's like that's the South Park season where it's like, once people realize they can grow it themselves, like as long as they're allowed, they're gonna try regardless.
Yep. And it's really not that hard. I mean, if you're not worried about the cops, it's pretty easy. There's
a lot of closet grows out there.
A lot of resources.
Do what they can in very small confined spaces.
Yeah.
It's cool to see the sales and how much they ended up generating. If you want to read a little bit more about this, we'll be posting up the ABC 7 Chicago article on our Facebook page on Thursday, so you can read a bit more about that.
Nice. Yeah, definitely check it out. It's always good to keep up with legalization across the nation. Woo woo!
Especially a Midwest state. That's a little surprising.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, New York is just a bunch of assholes. I'm still over here just being sour about it all, really.
Living underground.
Well, we're just coming off of the season of giving. So let's talk about a few stories of people that are, actually doing the giving. And we'll go to Florida. And on December 23rd, police were called to downtown St. Petersburg, Florida, on reports of a man handing out marijuana to multiple people.
Santa.
Yeah, dude. That's what I thought.
Sativa Santa.
That's what I thought when I first read the first lines. When they arrived, they found a 67-year-old man, Santa. He kind of looks like a 67-year-old man, right?
Yeah, he's older. He's an older gentleman.
With shake all over his jacket. And so they had the right to search him. And upon searching him, they found a pill bottle, 45 grams of cannabis, a pipe with residue on it, and a digital scale. So
he was weighing it out as he
I guess he wanted to make sure everybody got an equal amount. He wanted to be fair. Yeah. And so they were pretty pissed with him. They took him in for possession of marijuana with intent to sell. But they did release him later, which wasn't, good. He was home in time for Christmas.
Was he selling, though? It sounds like he was just giving it.
No, but it's still an act of, sales. It doesn't matter, because it's an illegal drug. It still counts as a sale.
I'm surprised. I thought that charge would have just been having that much cannabis on you.
They probably don't have a technical law for giving it away, so they charge people with that. That's what I'm willing to bet. Yeah.
Sold it for $0.
Yeah, passing out illicit drugs. I don't think that's a charge in existence, so I'm sure that's probably what
I think we're gonna charge him with is being a cool guy,
dude. Yeah. And dude, first off, one thing I wanted to address here, who the fuck narked on this dude? He's giving out people Christmas joy, little mini Christmas trees, and somebody's gonna call the cops on him.
It's I can tell you who it was. He was green. He's got a fat belly, and his heart might be 3 sizes too big now.
The Grinch who stole Christmas buds.
Yeah, seriously.
That's what you're talking about. All
stole the joy right off the street.
Oh, dude. Well, it's not the only story given. I wanted to do another quick mention. There was a Colorado Springs man who was arrested after he robbed a bank and then went immediately outside and threw the money up in the air and started giving it away, yelling "Merry Christmas." And then he just calmly walked over to the Starbucks, which was next door, sat down and waited for police to come arrest him without any issue at all.
Really?
And, yeah, they recovered some of the money, but it said that thousands of dollars are missing. So he threw up thousands of dollars as soon as he got out, and people were like, "Yeah!" and grabbed it all up. And man,
what goes through someone's head when they're deciding to?
I'm wondering if it's homeless people want to go to jail sometimes in the winter. And, they're tired of the elements. Maybe he wants to go do a bid for a while. And he was like, why not make people happy?
Yeah, help a few people pay some Christmas presents off.
He's like Robin Hobo, Robin Hood Hobo,
Robin Hobo.
Yeah. And man, it's interesting. I mean, I don't want to say it's a good thing, but I'm very...
Yeah, because I'm sure the bank people weren't exactly happy about
somebody's money got lost, right?
Yeah, that fucks your day up for sure.
Yeah,
getting robbed at work.
Yeah, who takes the loss for that? I mean, does insurance cover a fucking homeless guy coming in and jacking money? And
Sorry, Jacqueline, that's coming out of your paycheck. It's like they treat them like waiters. It's like if you rob a bank teller, it's like you're on the hook for like $200,000. Like, why'd you give him that much? Like,
should have never gave it to that homeless man. He had a gun. Doesn't matter.
You know, protocol is give him a little bit, but you gotta pay this.
You're supposed to give him the fake money. Duh.
Or at least paint it up.
Why do you think we have Monopoly money in the corner? God.
They never know the difference. So we're headed to Louisiana. Talking about a little bit of family trouble. You know, during the holidays, things get tough. People act out, especially when you're drinking their last Dr. Pepper, which is what happened in this case. A man named Chad, age 39, was arrested on New Year's Day by deputies because he put a gun to the head of his son, his, I believe, 9-year-old son.
What?
You're
telling me a man named Chad put a gun to his 9-year-old son's head over a Dr. Pepper?
Yeah, he drank the last Dr. Pepper, and Chad wasn't having it, apparently.
Don't fuck with Chad's Dr. Pepper, is all I'm going to say.
It's like,
look what he did to his own kid.
How far from the store do you live that you have to pull out a Glock and fucking make a statement? Like, come on, man.
Sometimes a kid's got to be taught a lesson, though. You know.
I don't know about that. This kid was terrified. Ended up going to the police with his mother after the incident, and they came like a few days later, which was kind of odd, and arrested him. They said he was drunk at the time, and they seized a .32 from his home.
Damn, definitely enough to take down a kid.
There's 2 kids. There's also an 11-year-old daughter in the home that said she knew about what happened because her dad had told her. So he's bragging too on top of it.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, this guy is fucking nuts. Chad needs to be put away, evaluated. This is why there needs to be more mental health fucking help in this country, dude.
Oh, totally.
There would be less Chads out there fucking glocking their kids, and then it would be much better for all of us, I'm telling you.
Now, the question that I think begs to be answered from all this is what do you mix with Dr. Pepper if you're drinking?
Ugh.
I think that's the
I don't
question
fuck with
that
Dr. Pepper, but I mean, I feel like Dr. Pepper would probably mix with rum pretty well. Or
I'm
Jaeger.
thinking,
Spicy.
Yeah. Because like Dr. Pepper already has like a lot of those like flavors kind of going on, and so does Jägermeister. So I'm thinking those would probably be the best mix.
That's why I was thinking the really spiced Captain Morgan, the one with the wooden cork top.
Okay.
That would kind of go with it too.
Some spiced rum.
But it's got to be spicy. Like we're on the same track. It's got to be a spicy like additive
to play with those sweet flavors of the
then
Dr.
I might fuck
Pepper.
with it. I might.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna throw this out there. Chad shouldn't be allowed to have any of that anymore.
Yeah.
Chad is cut off. If I'm the bartender, he's done.
Dude, imagine that would be hilarious if there was just like a nationwide ban, and like it was on every register. If they had an old register, there was like they put out like papers, and it's like, do not give this man Dr. Pepper. And it's like, no, you. And it's like pointing at the wall, and it's like, no, I can't give you that.
It's like you can't. Sorry. Again, every time he goes in, they're just like, sorry, we're out. The syrup ran out.
They're like, he's like, I'm holding one. He's like, no, that's not Dr. Pepper. Give me that.
Yeah,
that shouldn't be there.
Nope. So gotta take it easy, guys. There's more Dr. Pepper out there. Chad, come on, it's Christmas.
I'm just gonna say, if I had to guess a name, I would have guessed Chad for the guy.
Right? I thought normally we don't throw the names out there, but I thought it was appropriate in this case.
That's why I was shocked. I was like, Chad. Oh, okay, yeah. Man. Well, let's keep up with the shenanigans, and we're staying in Louisiana. We're going to Baton Rouge, where police responded to a domestic abuse kind of situation. A fight was breaking out, and apparently there was an injury. So when they showed up, they learned this crazy story about 2 gentlemen who were actually in a relationship together. And what happened was...
That's craid.
It is crazy. 2 guys in a relationship, man? It's fucking crazy, dude.
Wait, back up. No. So what happened with these gentlemen?
So, basically, these guys get into a little fight, right? One of the guys had a bad day and must have been yelling at the other guy. The other guy tries to get away, hide in the bedroom. Well, that door was not made very well because that guy kicked that door down. Went in there.
We got a Van Damme on our hands.
He fucking blocked that fucking thing right down. Walks into the bedroom. And I guess the first point of contact that this guy goes to lock onto is the other dude's sack. So he
Oh.
grabs his sack firmly. Then a struggle ensues.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, what are you gonna do when somebody grabs your sack? You're gonna instinctively go, huh, and suck it in. You're gonna go.
Have you
Whoa!
ever seen someone try and grab a
back it up.
raccoon?
Dude, you're gonna back it up, dude.
Have you ever seen
Ugh.
someone try and grab a raccoon?
Oh, dude, yeah.
That'd be me. As soon as someone has a hand on my nuts,
Clawing, biting,
Kicking,
everything.
kicking, flipping.
Kicking. Oh my god, dude, flipping your sack, just twirling off like a crocodile death roll.
Screaming.
Pop! Just pops off. So anyway, back to the story. This guy holds onto his sack. The struggle ensues. Somehow it ends up where this dude's sack tears. There's a significant laceration quoted in the article. The man's gonna need stitches. It's wide open. Dude, oh my fucking god, did it hurt reading this when I was like going through the article. I'm like, you could feel it. You could feel it. Dude, you imagine that? Just
could they reattach? Like, were they able
Well, it wasn't
to,
ripped
like,
off. It
save
was just like he must have gouged an area or pulled it so hard that it tore.
Oh,
dude, you imagine that? Oh.
Now, does that just make it lopsided from there on out? Do you end up with like a little bit more skin on one side than the other?
It did say it's going to leave a permanent scar, which duh. So maybe if we want to be imaginative about that scar, maybe one nut's permanently going to be fucking mangled up. You're going to have a Gary Busey nut. It's just going to look
like
all
Freddy Krueger on one side.
Dude, Freddy.
Gary Busey on the other.
Dude, looks like the fucking surface of Mars on one side. And fucking Goosebumps on the other, dude.
This poor guy, he probably didn't deserve this.
Nah, dude, who deserves that, dude? Come on. That is some medieval shit.
I can name a few.
All right. Well, let's not get into name calling on the show and who shouldn't. I mean, I already said that Jeff Sessions should get assassinated, and that was wrong, people.
And
that
you're
was
bringing
wrong.
it back up.
I just wanted to apologize publicly. I should have never said it. All right. Jeff Sessions, we're cool, right?
Go for the nuts.
All right.
So let's move on to something a little bit happier. Matt, when's the last time you heard a Kids album?
It's been a while, dude. I mean, I haven't heard. Last thing I heard Kids was probably like Kenny Loggins' Kid album, because I was like, Kenny Loggins did Kids, and then I listened to it. You know.
And then there's like Kids Bop. That's always
never listened to any of those. No,
that was a little past our time, but I always saw the commercials, and they kind of like they always take one of the dirty songs, and like there's one like I want to lick you from your head to your toes, but then they'll be like talking about ice cream or like something. They always try and spin it to make it kid friendly. And you know, Snoop Dogg has decided to put out a kids album of his greatest hits, which made me, think about all of this. I'm like, how is Snoop Dogg gonna Kids Bop his greatest hits?
Oh my god, I'm just trying to think of like what his hits could be. Like Gin and Juice, it's like I don't
Gin
even know.
And apple juice.
Yeah, but still gin. You gotta get rid of that gin. You gotta get rid of that.
I don't know what kids are drinking these days.
Man, I gotta hear it. We gotta look this up.
That you ended up saying Gin and Juice, because that is the number one song on the album. That's the opener. We got Gin and Juice, What's My Name, Beautiful, Dropping Like It's Hot, Lay Low, Sensual Seduction, Young, Wild and Free, and the list goes on.
So while we get drunk, dude, how the fuck?
I don't know how
he's gonna do it.
The album's called Rockabye Baby. That's like what the album cover that was dropped is saying here, and it looks like a teddy bear driving a lowrider to Long Beach. So,
all right, little baby, I'm gonna lay the dizzle on you right now.
Yeah, I mean he's done a lot of stuff. Didn't he do like a reggae album?
Snoop Lion.
Yeah,
Snoop
dude. Lion. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It was like different, and he was like, "I'm never going back." He lied to a whole bunch of dudes in reggae that were like, he was basically apprenticing under, and they were like, "This is a joke. We're not gonna like teach you. Like, you're fucking just doing this like one album. You're gonna piece back." And he's like, "No, I'm never going back." I watched a documentary on it, and sure enough, like he did that one album, and then he's back to being Snoop Dogg.
Well, now he's gonna be Snoop Papa, because he's rocking the baby to sleep with some of his greatest hits, like Doggy Dog World.
That's hilarious.
So if I don't know exactly when it's dropping, they haven't said, oh, here we go. Album set to be released on the 6th of December, but a vinyl version was released last month. So technically we could listen to it now. I didn't know this was a little bit hidden in terms of.
We're gonna have to do a Patreon listen
we'll
to.
have to do a Patreon listen.
That way Snoop and his lawyers have to at least give us $1 before they can figure out they can sue us or not.
Good call. That'll protect us.
Yeah, dude.
Hit him with that paywall. So if you want to check it out, I guess it's out there to listen to. I was so enthralled by the idea of it that I didn't even think it was out yet.
Oh man. Yeah, I definitely want to hear it. I'm so curious now.
This will be good though, because we'll get like our first hand accounts listening to it while doing the bonus episode.
Huh. Yeah, well, fucking dude. I know what I'm doing right after the episode. I'm looking into that shit.
We're getting right into it. But we got a little bit more show to do here.
Yeah, let's finish it. Speaking of shows, man. You ever watch the Antiques Roadshow?
I think at my grandma's house maybe when
Dude,
I was little.
Literally, I would watch it every now and again. I'm not even kidding. It was like the original Pawn Stars.
How do you not fall asleep watching that?
That's basically when I would watch it because nothing else would be on.
Take a nap.
But man, so we got I always love when pawn shops, specialists get one pulled over on them, right? They're supposed to be the know-it-alls of everything, and
this isn't Elvis's penis.
Yeah, dude, exactly. Come on. You know what
What
Elvis's
the hell?
penis. It has a clear bend to it. Come on.
That's a waste of $50.
That's a pretty good deal. Elvis's penis for $50. You should have known something was up.
So.
So this one is especially humorous to me because we've got one of the dealers from Antiques Roadshow, a specialized glass dealer. He appeared on the show in 2016, and apparently he was appraising a bottle that was found buried in Cornwall, England. And it was thought to be like a wine, I guess. So he thought it was a good idea to try out this mystery bottle that was buried and could be 100 years old. He thought it was like going to be like, a treasured wine or something that's going to be worth a fortune. So he put a syringe in, pulled out some of the liquid, put it into a glass and drank it to taste it. And he was like, it's either porter wine or it's a bottle full of rusty nails because it tastes like rust.
Okay.
Yeah. And the bottle eventually was sent off to be tested at a college where they found out that he was right with his second assumption. It was a bottle full of like metal pins from the 1840s,
Ooh.
a little bit of urine,
and
human hair within the bottle. Like not much, just a couple strands, but still, like that's what they found in it. That's the whole contents of it.
And he drank this.
So he drank some 150-year plus piss, rusty nails in there. I hope he had a fucking tetanus shot.
Why the fuck would you just be like, oh, what is this thing? I don't know. Let me drink it.
Dude.
Gulp. Fuck that. Are you kidding me?
I mean, he didn't drink like a big gulp. He just tasted it really, but like still, dude, you just tasted some ancient ass piss.
It's like I just want to, now I want to go on Antique Roadshow with different things in old bottles. And see if,
pull it over.
Yeah, be like, I think it's wine. It'd be like, this tastes like ammonia. It's like, oh yeah, it must be ammonia. It's like maybe you should stop fucking drinking things that you don't fucking know what they are,
dude. Yeah, please.
It's not like I mean, I guess if you knew it was a wine, if it had a label and stuff, but even then, I'd still be a little sketched out because it's like you don't know what this weirdo who like dug something out of their attic fucking has done to this shit.
The story he's giving you is he found it buried in the yard. That's best case scenario. All right.
For all you know, he was like filling it up with toilet wine.
Dude, best case scenario is a saturated dirt through the fucking terrible corking of the 1800s. It's probably dry rotted. And fucking, dude. Just a bottle of poison is all I would assume. As soon as I saw that, I'd be like, poison. Get that away from me. I wouldn't even want to touch it.
Now, what do you pair it with? Because, like, I'm trying to think rusty nails, urine, hair. I'm thinking, like, popcorn from the floor of a movie theater, maybe? Might go nice with that.
Oh, God.
Or maybe some cheese that someone forgot to put back in the fridge.
Dude, I was just thinking if you're going to go retro at that point, you might as well just grab one of those old school thermometers, crack that fucker open, and drink the mercury out of it.
Oh, my God. It has a nice notes of insanity. So,
yeah.
Let's just not drink mystery liquids.
No, yeah, that's our lesson from today's news. Do not drink what you do not know. You know, I mean, come on.
And don't grab anyone's nuts.
Slacker commandments, right there. Bam.
That guy's a mess, and we have another mess here with our funny clip of the week. I sent this to you, Matt, via Reddit. I think it was either Public Freakout or something, but it looks like this is all going down in a Walgreens. There's an employee who's describing what happened in their break room.
Dude, if you're eating right now, please stop. That's all I'm gonna say. All right.
Here you go.
It says restrooms next hallway. This old woman fucking shit in here. This is our break room. What the she just left her fucking pants. She left her pants in a bag. She projectile shitted in our fucking thing, and then looked me in the face and said, I made a mess.
Oh my god, dude. What is wrong with people?
No, thank you.
Dude, Walgreens, that's why I don't shop at Walgreens, because that's the kind of shit that happens at Walgreens. All right?
Well, now I'm not surprised that people don't let the public use their bathrooms. Because if that's what ends up happening, Walgreens forever will.
Maybe that's what happens, dude. Maybe the bathroom is like you gotta have a receipt with the code, and she was like, "I don't have time to buy something," and she just went in their break room and delivered.
No, you heard the breakdown from him right there. He said, "Signed to the restrooms." She took a right and shit in their cabinet of their break room.
In her defense, it did look like a shithole.
Yes, I'll give you that, but that's not their fault. That's Walgreens' fault.
Yeah, it's on the owners.
Oh my god, that's a terrible day at work right there. If you want to see this, we'll be posting it up on Friday on our Facebook page. But yeah, like Matt warned, it's kind of fucking gross.
Or switch over to that beautiful YouTube feed. You can check out an American Slacker podcast YouTube.
There you go.
All right, now we're about to get into some pod suggestions. But before we do that, here's a quick break.
Support for American Slacker comes from Manscaped, who's the #1 in men's below-the-belt grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels.
I don't know about you, Jesse, but I am sick and tired of being outmatched by these razors and traditional trimmers that you get in the store, and no matter what, they fucking snag your nuts.
That's why Manscaped has redesigned the electric trimmer. They have a Lawnmower 2.0 razor, which they have sent our way, has a proprietary skin-safe technology, so you won't get those nicks or snags on your nuts.
Nice! Manscaping accidents are finally a thing of the past.
Yeah, and with our 20% off code plus free shipping, you're going to be saving a bunch of money and getting some great products that won't end up making it look like a war zone down there.
All you got to do is enter Slackers at checkout. Manscaped.com. 20% off. Get your anti-chafing ball deodorant, your sweet Lawnmower 2.0. Your nuts will thank you later.
You can even rep them by getting yourself a Manscaped.com t-shirt. So head on over to Manscaped.com, 20% off at checkout. Enter code SLACKERS.
Get your ball swag here.
And we're back, and let's talk about some podcasts you can check out once you're fully caught up with American Slacker podcast, but only then.
Only after that. So we have 2 each to give to you here. So you'll have 4 to add to your podcast subscriptions, keep you going through the week along with our show. And the first one I'm going to start out with is called Wizard and the Bruiser. It's hosted by Holden McNeely and Jake Young. And it is part of the Last Podcast Network, along with Last Podcast on the Left, Abe Lincoln's Top Hat, Roundtable Gentlemen, and many other shows. This one is a guide through pop culture. They talk about comics, books, video games, anime, film, basically anything pop culture. They do really deep dives into them. In their description, it says, untold stories, bizarre facts, and crazed deconstructions will fly at you at dangerous speeds. Do not listen if you're pregnant or nursing. So these 2 are like official nerds, and I say that in the nicest way. Like, they have their credentials to be talking about this shit, is what I mean when I say that.
Yeah, those dudes are all awesome. I know a lot of them from other shows and whatnot, and just from their friends. Holden is especially, like, I love that dude.
He's really funny on a lot
Fucking
of shows, and on this one, you kind of get to see a more intellectual side of him in terms of like the amount of work that they put into researching these topics.
Yeah, but it's still gonna be fun at the same point. Like that's the best part. Like it's not gonna be an overload of just factual information.
No, totally not. And like when they say untold stories, they really do mean that. Like there's a lot of things with like certain films that they've covered that I would not have known if I hadn't listened to their episode. So they do a lot of really good research to figure out, you know, things that people might not know just offhand about movies like Predator or RoboCop. Like that, those are actually some of the episodes I was going to mention. So one that I really enjoyed was the Tony Hawk Pro Skater one. They released that December 19th, 2019. That was like a personal, you know, both you and I, Matt, have like a connection with Tony Hawk Pro Skater. That's like a very influential game on us.
Very, very. God, just so much nostalgia with that fucking game and just the lifestyle back then. We were skater boys as teenagers.
Well, and that's the thing. They also talk about how like skate culture, you know, was this disconnected kind of thing that was happening in different pockets. And this game was one way that people were actually able to, you know, learn about the skate culture, because other than that, it was really just like magazines and like videos that you pick up at random fucking shops and stuff. So it's cool.
Pop skate shops.
Exactly. So it's cool the depth that they go to when talking about things like a video game or a movie. They also put out on October 31st, for all of October, they did like Scream and a bunch of other like horror related topics. So they do try and like keep it to theme for the year, which I appreciate. They covered Junji Ito, who is a Japanese comic book artist that I really got into, and listening to the episode gave me even more information on the author and artist himself. They did a Predator one on August 25th. May 9th was a RoboCop. April 11th, they did the video game Dead Space. And March 14th, they did They Might Be Giants. And there's all kinds of episodes in between those that I didn't even mention. They just put out a Gremlins episode as their most recent one as of this recording. So there's a whole bunch for you to check out. If you have any interest in like a specific film or video game or even obscure band or TV show, they've probably done an episode on it. And I think they take suggestions for episodes from their patrons, which I thought was really cool.
That's cool, yeah.
So if you really want to hear something about the Animaniacs or something, you can become a patron and then ask them to do it. You might even get the episode you're looking for.
It's a fucking deep throw. The Animaniacs, dude. Pinky in the brain when I man. Fuck.
Right. So that's my first suggestion. Wizard and the Bruiser. Definitely check them out. Jake Young and Holden McNeely. Hilarious guys, and I can't say enough great things about the show.
Awesome.
Moving on to something I would consider a little more practical. This is a show called Life Kit, and it's by NPR. This is a life skills type of show. It's very short. It's usually under 15 minutes, I want to say, per episode. So it's not going to take up too much of your time. And they basically talk to experts about ways to make your life better depending on the topic of the episode. So their description says, everyone needs a little help being a human. From sleep to saving money to parenting and more, they talk to experts to get the best advice out there. So a couple of episodes that I found really helpful. They have a 22-minute workout, has everything you need. That was released on December 24th. It's talking about, you know, quick, simple exercise, cut through the bullshit. Here's a quick way to get at it. Then they have one on November 21st called Planning a Trip. Pack and plan like a pro. That's a lot of P's.
Yeah, that's a tough one to say. I like podcasts that teach you things as a nice switch up from, you know, mainly what I listen to is comedy, you know, and I really enjoy when they can pull it off. Is this one of the NPRs that's going to put me to sleep, though?
No, definitely not. The editing and storytelling on it is very good. They use a lot of, you know, background sounds to kind of describe what's going on or relate to whatever topic they're talking about.
So it's
I find
lively.
it very
That's
interesting. I misspoke before. I should say it's between 15 and 25 minutes usually. But
Okay,
I listen to
that's
stuff
good.
on 1.5 speed. So to me, it feels like
Fucking
15
nut
minutes.
job, dude. What a nut job. When he man, I tried to do it. It's like
That I think I actually learned that from a podcast like this, where they said like, oh, you know, you can train yourself to listen to podcasts quicker. So
yeah.
it's all about optimizing your life. I really suggest everyone, you know, this is one that you can actually learn practical little things. They also do a thing at the end of each episode where they do a listener submitted life tip, and it's usually a short one. And one of like it's very like quick little memorable things. Like they had one where if you don't want the champagne cork to fly off, twist the bottle instead of the cork.
Oh.
Simple. Very
Okay.
simple. And if you could remember that, boom, right there. You're not gonna put a hole in your fucking ceiling.
How many people are gonna fucking let the bottle fucking go flying to
my
like
God.
the floor because they're not holding it properly?
Well, hold on to that.
Hold on to
too.
both fucking things hard. All right.
So I think it's a really practical show to be able to listen to. I've really been enjoying it myself. So Life Kit by NPR and Wizard and the Bruiser. Those are my 2 pod suggestions.
Nice. Now, you were talking about Tony Hawk, man. I got a podcast relating to skateboarding, and I kind of have been getting back into skating because of this. It's the 9 Club. It's a really dope show. 3 guys kind of chill and talk with, you know, they usually have a guest on of pretty good significance. I mean, they had Tony Hawk on, Lil Wayne, everybody in the skate industry with a name. It's crazy. They're I think they're 2016 it was started, so they're going into their, you know, 3rd and 4th year basically. The 9 Club, let me give you the description. The 9 Club is a show that has skaters talk in each weekly episode, hosted by Chris Roberts with co-hosts Roger Bagley and Kelly Hart. Invite you to conversations with professional and amateur skateboarders, musicians, actors, and artists that share a common passion for skateboarding. Chris Roberts, awesome ass skateboarder. He's sponsored by Chocolate back in 2007, I think he got sponsored.
Okay.
2009. Roger Bagley, he's been a camera guy for a lot of shit that a lot of people have probably watched. Jackass, Viva La Bam.
Oh wow.
Hot Ones on YouTube. He's one of the main camera guys.
Oh shit.
Yeah. He's involved with a lot of random shit and a lot of skate videos as well. So he's been around the industry, you know, since it's blossomed into the new popularity that was like the late 90s Tony Hawk era. And Kelly Hart as well. He's another professional skateboarder. These guys, they're a lot of fun. Chris Roberts is the host. He's really a funny guy. So he kind of like keeps the conversation going and always has something to say to get a little laugh. And a couple episodes I would recommend checking out. Episode 7, he had Bam Margera on there, and Bam's like gone down quite a hill, you know, in the last 5 years or so. He got way overweight. You know, he lost Ryan Dunn, kind of got alcoholism and addiction going on. Mm-hmm. And he's trying to, you know, make his way back to skating slowly. And it's really interesting to see, you know, a person going through such a struggle, you know, for an hour and a half conversation. And I should mention I watched the 9 Club. I like to watch this one. This is one of the pods that I like to watch on YouTube instead of actually listening to. You can listen to it, but I would suggest actually watching it. They have a very good video presentation, and it's like,
what's their setup like? Are they on couches? Does it look like
no, they're sitting at a table. They're more professional than us.
Really?
Yeah, by far.
It's not a high bar, Matt.
Dude, well, come on. How dare you fuck. I'm working really hard on this. Are you? What's going on over there?
Yeah, I like razzing us.
No, they got a cool little setup, a nice little studio, and yeah, they're just really cool dudes. They even had Lil Wayne on episode 25, another episode. Damn. I'd suggest checking out. But yeah, like I said, Tony Hawk, Mike Vallely, Jamie Thomas, anybody you could think of in skate.
That's amazing.
History, and a lot of cool musicians and artists. A lot of cool conversations, and it's funny. It's all the time. It's funny. So if you've been into skateboarding, check this out, the 9 Club. The second one I wanted to recommend, you might know about, but I'm surprised with how many people don't know about this podcast. 2 Bears, 1 Cave. And twice a month, the comedian best friends Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer get together in the Bear Cave at your mom's house studios to do what bears do: make each other laugh. And yeah, Tom Segura, Bert Kreischer. I love these guys. And of course, Your Mom's House is Tom and Christina Pazinski's podcast, a really good one as well. But they have a bunch of shows under their network, and this is one of the new ones. And I absolutely love it. I love these guys. They're two of my favorite comedians. Some episodes I would recommend, I like to start at square one. So I would recommend, probably just picking up at one. They're only like 16 episodes deep right now. But if you want to start off with a little excitement, you can go to episode 13, which is where Tom reveals his dance video to Bert.
Oh.
Which Bert did like a dance video, like a choreographed dance video, I like that this podcasting is one of the elements that breaks the wall with comedians and celebrities in general. We get to see more of their life, get to see more of them, understand them better. And so on YouTube, Bert makes this video of dancing. And it's funny, there's like a band, like a marching band and shit in his house, and it's funny. But Tom, without even saying anything to anybody, like gets like a legit music video director and like a whole fucking squad, and like does a professional music video shoot and does a video, and it's hilarious. It's like it's a legit like music video to him dancing like a Missy Elliott song. And then at the end of it, he ends up like stabbing a fake Bert Kreischer that's like fucking 400 pounds. And it's just like really sloppy.
You sent me that video, and it's hilarious.
So yeah, like check out the videos and then watch this episode. It's hilarious. They're best friends that are always fucking, just digging into each other. And they do it with style, I will say.
That's awesome.
So the 9 Club, 2 Bears, 1 Cave, 2 different ends, but at the same point, 2 different podcasts that give you a good dive into celebrity life. So it's a lot of fun.
There you go. There's a bunch of shows that you should subscribe to and fill up that little podcast player of yours. We'll run them down again. It was the 9 Club, 2 Bears, 1 Cave, Wizard and the Bruiser, Life Kit by NPR. And I tried to do him like the movie phone guy.
I thought you were doing it NPR style. I was like, all right.
No, it's like when you call for the movie times.
Dude, nobody knows what that is today. Come on, dude.
All right, I think I just dated us.
You just dated us so hard, dude. I forgot about that, bro. I forgot about that. Let's go catch a movie at Roosevelt Cinemas, bro. Let's call it in. What do they play? All right, hold up. Dude, I didn't hear it because you were talking. Shut up. Now I got to fucking hit repeat.
Oh, my God. While Matt finds out the movie times via phone, we'll be right back.
This episode is brought to you in part by hemp-cbd.com.
Hemp-CBD was founded in Albuquerque, New Mexico, with the mission to provide the best products in the industry. Hemp-CBD has created a one-stop shop for tons of CBD products, such as tinctures, edibles, topicals, pre-rolls, vape, and pet products.
The products carried by Hemp-CBD are sourced from an organic hemp that's grown in the United States, lab tested, and consists of CBD isolate, which is the purest form of CBD. This testing ensures that their products contain CBD and no other cannabinoids like THC.
Head over to hemp-cbd.com and use promo code SLACKER for a 20% discount at checkout.
That's hemp-cbd.com, promo code SLACKER.
And we are back, and we're going to play a game. This game is inspired by New Year's resolutions. Matt, have you made any resolutions for 2020?
I don't fuck with that, dude. I'm the same me. I'll try to be better, and that's what you get. Like, I hate the whole resolution thing because everybody breaks them. Everybody. Nobody once has done the resolution. Like, you notice that? Like, there's a whole lot of, like, resolution things in the beginning of the year. End of the year, there's nobody that like, I achieved my resolution this year. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, you never really see those.
You never see those because nobody fucking does.
It's a lot of pressure when you put it all on one thing.
You said you did your resolution. You're a fucking liar. I'm calling you out right here on American Slacker Podcast.
Well, maybe your resolution this year could be to win all these games.
No, dude. I'm just gonna do it. Nike style, baby. Let's do
Just do it. All right. Well,
I see what you're doing, but I'm ruining it.
inspired by the whole resolution bullshit, we have a game that I like to call Resolution or Revolution.
Oh, God. Okay. All right. How do we play this?
So I'm going to give you a statement, and you're going to tell me if that statement is a New Year's resolution or some kind of revolution.
Okay. All right.
So it's going to be pretty quick. You gotta answer them as quickly as possible, and I'll try and keep track here of all the correct ones you get, and we'll add it up at the end. All right.
All right.
So are you clear on the rules? You're going to say revolution or resolution, and and if you trip up and say the wrong word, I'm counting it.
All right, dude. Calm down, bro.
Hey, we're playing for keeps here. All right.
All right.
You ready?
All right.
So resolution or revolution? 3, 2,
Oh, my God.
1,
You're going to make me fuck up.
go. The Earth circles around the sun.
Revolution.
Correct. Drink more water.
Resolution.
Correct. America rises up against England.
Revolution.
Correct. Stop smoking.
Resolution.
Correct. Drink more water.
Resolution.
Correct. The Chinese Communist Party proclaimed the creation
Revolution.
of the People's Chinese Republic. Correct. Exercise regularly.
Resolution.
Correct. Me running laps around you.
Resolution.
Wrong. Revolution.
Damn it! I was like, what the fuck?
Transition to mechanization from hand production.
Revolution?
Yes. Stop biting your nails.
Resolution.
Yes. Eat healthier.
Resolution.
Yes. Spend less time on social media.
Resolution.
Correct. Rebels led by Fidel Castro launched panic attacks against
Revolution.
the government. Correct. Doors that spin.
Revolution.
Correct. A gun with a spinning chamber.
Revolution.
Correct. A movement that shook France between 1787 and 1799.
Revolution.
Correct. Cutting alcohol from your diet.
Resolution.
Correct. Moving basketball balanced on a finger.
Revolution.
Correct. Oh, fantastic. Only one wrong.
Dude, I'm dying. I'm dying. My jaw hurts because I wanted to laugh so hard, but I couldn't because I was trying to answer. Oh my God. That's absurd. I was not expecting what just came at me.
I knew there was a lot of information there, but you did really, really well, and I'm
Dude,
proud.
I'm just gonna say I won the last 2 games, and I'm a fucking champion.
Your 2020 resolution's gonna keep on. It's the 2020 revolution. Is what it is.
If I keep up, at the end of the year, I'm gonna be like, that was my resolution. I said it. You can listen back, and then I'll delete this episode.
It's gonna be a revolution, a resolution revolution.
Man, all right, man. Hell, I came out of that winning.
I'm amped up.
Just like it came out of 2019, and we're gonna go into 2020 winning, Charlie Sheen style.
Oh God, there you go. Make it happen.
Dude, I keep that up. People are gonna be thinking I've been hanging out with Sheen doing that nose candy.
A little bit of tiger blood.
I'm going wild over here.
I think we're dating ourselves again.
Yeah, dude, it's scary. That happened like a decade ago, didn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh man. Well, all right, people. Check us out on our social medias. It's the end of the fucking show. I'm wrapping it up. I'm calling it right now. Check me out, MWG Media on Instagram. Matty G from HP on Xbox Live.
And you can follow me or get out of my way.
Okay, where can they follow you at?
Landers the plane.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in for the first episode of 2020. And we got a lot planned for you this year. A lot of big-ass plans. They're going to fucking overload you. And we're excited to show you. But until then, that's it.
There you go.
We smoking America. We passing America. I'm mapping America. I'm psyching America. We talking America. We blazing America. This is fucking America. We second America.
This has been American Slacker Podcast. You can reach the show by searching American Slacker on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Reddit. Or send them an email to americanslackerpodcast@gmail.com. You can download and rate American Slacker on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, and all other podcast platforms. Visit the show's website, aspodcast.com, where you will find every episode, official merchandise, and links to their Patreon if you would like to support American Slacker.
Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Think about the seconds that are passing. Man, I gotta go and get it, grab it. Why you gotta go and act savage? Smoking weed, I gotta feed the habit. Now I'm on some other shit. Things that I gotta go get. Medical all on my slip. You